There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Scott in the Old Curiosity Shop, and it's a chilly, rainy, somewhat gloomy morning here in the Northeast. But my spirits are up because it's thrifting day, and I'm taking you with me. I just finished my first cup of coffee, but I'm certainly going to be grabbing another one on the road because it's going to be a long day. Now, I don't have anything extra special planned today. Just the same old shops that I hit on my massive shopping day. There are between 8 to 10 thrift shops that I'll stop and peruse today. I'll film in as many as I can, and hopefully I'll find some exciting things to show you. Okay, let's hit the pike. I'm ready to go. Okay, I just zoomed down Race Street in Philadelphia. We crossed the Ben Franklin Bridge over the Delaware River into my native state of New Jersey. Notice I didn't say New Jersey. We don't say that. You guys say that who make fun of us. Getting ready to go into my first thrift store. Let's go see what's behind curtain number 1. Ooh, I just dated myself, didn't I? Call me Monty Hall. Well, okay, the first thing I spy way down here on the bottom shelf is this wonderful Art Deco set. And let's see, there's a big dessert bowl and looks like 4... Oh, no, you see that crack? Yeah, okay, and that's no good. We'll put that one aside. But it looks like now a master berry bowl and 4 little ones, little dessert bowls. Okay, what's the pattern? Is it Manhattan by Anchor Hocking, made in the 1930s? Or is it Park Avenue by Anchor Hocking, made in the 1980s? I'll tell you a little bit later in the video. I actually decided to go ahead and buy this. I took the large bowl and the 3 smaller ones, and I'm just going to be on the lookout for a 4th one, or maybe even 3 more, so that I have 6. I love this pattern. It came in different colors, but it's mostly collected in crystal. And it goes really well with cobalt blue and other Art Deco items. So that goes down into the cart. And as usual, I'll keep on shopping and see what else I can find. Someone's Bell collection. Oh, a grandmother plate. That was nice. Why did I shake my hand at that? Now, I should know what that yellow thing is. I want to say that's some kind of Anchor Hocking thing as well, but I didn't buy it, and I should have. I bought that cranberry. Boy, I've been finding a lot of cranberry glass. Nice thumbprint design. I didn't see anything on the bottom. I didn't even peel that sticker off to check. So don't really know if it's Fenton or Pilgrim glass or someone else. But the price was right, and it's a nice big size, and it'll clean up beautifully. I was really happy to find that. I have those other little cranberry glass vases already listed, the little collection of 6. So I'll hold on to that large one and list it some other time. Anybody out there a bell collector? There were plenty of them here to look at. That is some kind of glass from the 1960s. I want to say it's Italian. I've seen it before with multicolored little dessert bowls to go with it. But they just had that one piece in gray, and I decided to leave it there. I'm moving kind of quickly. Candles. I didn't see any old glass on this particular shelf. Oh, there's one little Fostoria candle back there with a silver overlay on it. You know that pattern. We talked about it a couple of days ago. Well, you know, the lamp department is one of my favorite departments to visit. And I sometimes find real treasures. That is a reproduction, so I don't need that. Now, let me see. Seems to me... Ooh! They've screwed on a modern on-off switch. I turned this piece of pottery upside down, and I was a little suspicious of it. Kind of scratching there to see why that paint is coming off. I, in my mind, decided that this was not an old piece of pottery. I could be wrong, but I think someone just put that socket on there. In other words, I think this socket is much older than that piece of pottery. It's, you know, still attractive, and it would make an attractive lamp. So I might have messed up there. I think on the decorative market, it would be nice, but I ended up not buying it. So just left it there. I like that. I like that old ladder, but I don't need to fall off of one of those. Yeah, I may have to take a second look at that green lamp if it's there the next time I go back. I didn't find any antique furniture today. None of these chairs are old. There's my little cart. Okay, looks like that's it. Anyway, it is early, and this is store number 1. Looking around in the appliance department for old toasters, blenders, coffee pots, mixers, waffle irons, that kind of thing. That Sunbeam mixer there is relatively new, made to look old. And then I spy this 1950s, 60s electric frying pan down here. I think it's a Sunbeam. I didn't end up buying it. It was okay, but I don't know. I just kind of wasn't in the mood today to pick up one of those. They do sell pretty well if you can find one in nice condition. And now on to the aisle where I usually find Pyrex, if I find any. That piece there, that opalescent glass on the left, is not fry glass. It's something new. And of course, you recognize the Jeanette bowl that I have in my hand in the marigold iridescent finish. Not the iris and herring, not the iris pattern, but that might have been the Louisa pattern that matches those candlesticks. There's an amber mixing bowl from the Depression era. I think that's a Federal shape, Federal Glass Company. I think so. I sometimes get those mixed up between the Hocking and the Jeanette and the McKee and the Federal. They all had slightly different styles to their Depression era mixing bowls. And creams and sugars and this and that. Okay, I think that's going to wrap up this shop. Let's get in the car and go to the next one. Well, everyone, you know my weak spot for amber glass. And here are 12 plates, octagonal plates. These are going to date to the 1930s, and I haven't really picked them up to see if they're marked. If they were marked, I would only expect to see Cambridge, not Heisey, but anyway, they are, let's see, $10.99, and they appear to be in really good condition. It's relatively thick glass, so there are no chips or cracks, and I don't see any surface scratches from utensils. Now I know right here they just sort of look like blue amber brown, but they need to be cleaned, had this tape taken off, and you put these on a yellow tablecloth with other amber glass in the fall season, and it is really nice. So I think these are coming home with me. Well, okay, store number 1 and 2, pretty good. Off to store number 3, and here comes the rain again, to quote Annie Lennox. But it's not falling on my head like a memory. It's falling on my head like rain. Anyway, let's go see what we can find in store number 3. Well, here I am in store number 3, and the first thing I see is the rings pattern, banded rings by Anchor Hocking. This is one of the earliest Depression glass patterns you'll find, and late 20s into the early 1930s. You just saw me find and purchase one of these pictures, 2 weeks ago. A little bit different shape, slightly different design. Again, there seems to be no rhyme or reason to the order in which the stripes appear on these pictures, but it's pretty common to find paint loss on these. The paint loss here is not that bad. There is a little bit of it, but it's acceptable.
This ain't going nowhere. No.
Well, everyone, I'm in store number 5, and I can tell you what, I didn't film at all in store number 4 because it had been depleted. And that looks like pretty much what's happening in store number 5. I don't know, maybe it's an Easter thing. Maybe they chose, early spring to really clear out because they've thinned out quite a bit. Now, that's not a bad thing. I'm kind of like that they've thinned out, got rid of stuff that, has been sitting around for a while. So it is a little bit on the Slim Pickens side today. But what I am going to do is we're going to sit out in the car and have a little chit chat. I'm going to show you some of the things that I bought, and the day's not over. So hopefully it will perk up, and when I get to the next couple of shops, that's a nice antique oak piece right there. And that's been sold. When I get to, as you know, I've got 5 more stops to make. So we'll see. I've had days like this where I don't find anything in my first 5 or 6 shops, but then I strike it rich on my way home. So we'll see what happens. What a difference a few hours makes in the weather. The sun is now shining and it's warming up. The rain is gone. I'm taking a little break. Now, I know that I've been jumping back and forth, and you heard some voiceovers because stores were too noisy. And I'm being a little stingy with the footage inside of the shops. Today is just one of those days. Anyone who films in thrift shops, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes they're crowded, or it's just maybe they're busy stocking the shelves, or it's noisy and it just doesn't seem to happen. So we're going to do a little chit chat right here in the car. This is the Manhattan pattern by Anchor Hocking. From what I recall, this is a mid to late 30s pattern into the early 40s, something like 1938 to 43, somewhere around in that area. The new Park Avenue vases have no foot on the bottom at all, but the ones from the 1930s have little tiny circles, little bubbles around. I'll try to put some pictures up so you can see the difference between the old and the new. The cereal bowls I don't think have handles on the Park Avenue. No, they do have handles on the Park Avenue, but not on the Manhattan. And these are not cereal bowls here. These are just little dessert bowls. Anyway, enough about that. You do want to watch out for chips. This stuff is prone to being chipped up. And then in the very last shop, I did go ahead and buy the 8 Tiffin glass thumbprint King's Crown ruby flashed cordials or little tiny wines. Mid-century 1950s. This is still pretty heavily collected, and you can see it really makes a big hit on the Christmas table, as you might imagine. Oh my goodness, everybody. I hope you can see these. I'm flipping out. These are classic late 1940s end tables, or possibly nightstands, maybe double nightstands, or end tables. Oh my goodness, they're blonde. They have this dark green faux leather here in the center. And this is so 1945, 47, 46, right in there. Oh, they're only $30 each. And let me do the other hand. So two drawers. Gosh, I wish you could see these better than the way I'm showing them. Oh my goodness. Can't you see these with great big chartreuse lamps on either one, with the bold Dorothy Draper wallpaper behind them? You can tell I just love design, and I never see anything like this. Okay, please don't tempt me. Let me push my cart out of here. That was a treat. Well, folks, I apologize for the abrupt ending. As usual, I forgot to record an outro. But I want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate you coming along with me on my shopping trip. And don't forget, yes, I'm going to be back either tomorrow or the next day, and I'm going to answer the question, what's up with that? Remember, I really enjoyed reading all of your guesses with that strange Egyptian piece of pottery with the shamrocks on it or the clovers on it. How bizarre. I'll talk about that in an upcoming video. I'm leaving you now with a kind of a blurry picture of a place setting of Manhattan glass by Anchor Hocking. Imagine a cobalt blue tablecloth and some chrome serving pieces all around it. Very stylish. Okay, folks, as always, thank you for watching. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. So long for now.